Okay, here we are, the moment of truth. Our mold is completely cured. So now we're just going to free it from its container. And to do so, I need to find my scissors. There. Now I want to be careful at the bottom because that's where the part is glued on. So just a side cut there. Now, let's be honest, I probably wasted a lot more casting or material than I needed to, but hey, you know, worst comes to worst, better to have too much than too little. That's my thought. And here we go. Here we go. So the part, no leaks around the edge. The instructions say basically to kind of do this to loosen it a bit. So we're stretching it out. Getting some release on it, like so. Now, oh yeah. Looks like it's gonna come right out. Maybe. Here we go. Yep. That looks clean as a whistle. No dirty comments. Yep, we should be good to go. So, the mold is ready to go. We're going to set that right there. Okay. Edge off, so it'll sit flat. It's nice and flat. Alright. That is an unfortunate color. Okay, so the mold is ready to go. There's the part we're going to mold. And I don't know if you can really see inside, but it is very clean. All the ridges are perfect. There isn't a bubble I can see, so it's great. So now, what's going to happen is that will be in the, this will be the way the engine sits in the model. And all this We're gonna paint up these bars, probably put some mesh around these, and then it'll all glow. So we'll set that aside. For the clear resin, I'm using Amazing Clear Cast from Alumilite. We got this at Hobby Lobby. This stuff will, you can pour over pretty much anything for a ceiling. So, use it for countertops. You can use it to make little, pretty much all sorts of stuff. It's not food safe, so don't use it for food. We got two types, side A and side B. It's to be mixed equally, 1 to 1. So 1 part side A to 1 part side B. And I'm going to cut this down. Now the trick, especially with the clear resin, is to mix thoroughly, but not quickly. You gotta get it really well mixed, but you don't want to introduce bubbles. You don't want to introduce air into the mixture. So we'll go ahead and start with side A. Read the instructions at all times. Skin irritant, do not swallow. Very important. Okay. It doesn't say shake, but I'm going to shake it up just a little bit. Okay, here we go. So. Two. I'm going to do 3 of each. With that, I'd rather have too much than not enough. That's just me. Okay, so that's 3 cups. Okay, that's 3 cups, and now we're going to throw that away because it's made it a mess. And now we're gonna do 3 cups of the B side. Okay, so we got 3 of each. Now we just need to stir it thoroughly and make sure there are no swirls. And you'll notice I'm not whipping, and I'm also not taking the stick out. This is to keep it from generating bubbles inside. No bubbles. We want a crystal clear color. I mean a crystal clear cast. No inclusions, which would mean bubbles. And I still see a lot of swirling in there.
We're doing really good here. Feel free to take your time on this step. You want it mixed proper. Can't have any swirls. Completely mixed. Now this has a setup time of, I think, I don't know, let me see. Yeah, 30 to 40 minute window. So we can work with it until it starts to solidify and harden out. Then we've got an 18 to 24 hour cure.
Slow pour. we go. Same thing as before. I'm just going to tap this a little bit. Get any bubbles that started to form. See, we got a couple on the top there. When these come to the surface, just get rid of them. Like that. And really, that's all there is to it. I'm going to sit here and continue to do this till I can make sure all the bubbles are off the out of the rest of it. But we'll come back in 18 hours when this is dry and be all set to go. So, see you in just a bit. It's time. Our cast has sat for a couple days. Now we're gonna pull it free and see what we have. Top is solid. I'm gonna cut it free. Make sure not to make the blade touch the cast on the inside. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is good. Beautiful. There we go. There we go. Real nice casting of the engine. Look at that. Very clear. Oh, we should be really happy with that. Now there are some bubbles right here on these ridges. That's okay because I'm going to paint those. And if I bring the engine over here, make sure. Perfect fit. There we go. That is excellent. That's exactly what we were hoping for. All right, so what I want to do with this is we've already got the holes drilled in the base. We're going to drill a couple matching holes right into here. We're going to paint these ridges and the top here. And then this open area I'm going to put mesh on. So, but we should let it actually just cure just a little bit more outside of the casting. So we're just going to let that sit. And I've done the seats up. They're all ready to go. So the interior is almost 100% complete. All right, so we're in great shape. It's going well. The mold, actually I could use it again if I wanted to. Yep. Yep, I could if I want. Alright, we'll keep that for later. It might be a good cast piece. Okay, so, we'll come back in a little bit after this cures just a little bit longer and keep trucking. Thanks a lot. There we go. So this is what the engine will look like lit up. Kill some lights here. I swear I should just get a little plug and I can touch these two. So now if I turn off the light, so that's going to be our engine. Not bad, I like that. Alright. Over there. Now what I'm going to do with the engine is I am going to reach up on my shelf, take a mesh, and that I get this mesh off of a Dollar Tree strainer. So $1, lots of mesh. So I'm going to take this mesh and it's going to go around these areas, these gaps here. So it'll look like it's in a cage, and then these bars will be painted black so that there's a good distinction. And then of course once it's mounted in the base, like so, now it will glow when all the equipment's on. So that's where we're heading next. Back in just a few minutes. The control tower, or the control deck, is done. So, oops, knocked a piece off. Okay. Glue that back on in a minute. Control tower's done. Waiting for the glue to dry. The mesh idea for the engine did not work. The mesh just didn't stay together properly. Great for making nets for race cars, but did not work for what I wanted to do. So I went ahead and just got rid of that idea, and then we stayed with the black bands. So what we now have is the wires together here. Don't mind me. Okay, so the wires are together. Stay there. And that will be the command deck. Not too shabby. I kind of like that. I think that works out really well. Alright, well, that is that part. I'm going to set that aside so that the engine can sit down in there and dry properly. And I'm going to get started on the interior of the walls for the command tower here. So back in just a little bit. Okay, status report. Here we go. We got the interior walls painted. A little bit of detail there. Wiring. We went ahead and inked in the door that's scribed in. So we got a little door there. And then the tanks and the piping, they're all done. So that's set. The engine deck is completed and wired and ready to go. And all the wires are bundled down to the last couple lines, so we're good there. Oh, the main body of the saucer, the bottom part, all wired up. Got the hole drilled for the wires to come out. I went ahead and puttied some of these seams up. For that, I just used the good old Tester's Contour Putty. Works really great. Real easy to smooth in those cracks and clean them up nice. And last but not least, all of the underbelly gun emplacements are ready to go. So, the only thing left on these is I still want to drill out the barrels. If I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how froggy I'm feeling on that. So I got those. And this. The next step will be to paint these and the bottom that light Luftwaffe blue, pale bluish gray that's on the bottom of the ME 109. So that'll be the entire bottom and this. Then I'll go about doing the panel lines. I'll actually gonna paint the whole thing with a base coat gray primer. Then I'll go over the panel lines. Then I'll paint the entire thing with the Luftwaffe blue. Same thing that will go with the cannons. Once they're painted their base blue, then I'll go back and detail the movement areas and the cannons themselves. So once that's done, we will attach the command tower to the base and run the wiring down through the bottom, and that will be the primary hull. Then we'll get started on the top hull, which we'll be painting with all the splinter camo, and we'll get to work on the base, which will be a large square wooden base that's made to look like the tarmac in a hangar. So that's where we're at now. We're getting close, slowly but surely. This is a great project. I'm having a lot of fun on it, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching. So until next time, keep on building, and thanks for watching.